I had a great faith in New York. Primarily our purchases have been in New York, and about 5 years ago, New York was not considered very hot, and cities in general weren't considered too hot.
Before Donald Trump was making big moves to become the 45th president of the United States, becoming the first billionaire president in U.S. history.
Let's say China. China.
China.
全国各族人民
Trump, I'm with you.
Before Donald Trump starred in The Apprentice and coined the term, "You're fired."
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
Before Donald Trump would become the owner of the world's most infamous hairstyle.
I like it, Kudji.
Now, despite how you feel about Trump while his time as president moving into the White House, well, it was actually a step down from his $100 million Trump Tower penthouse, which was a 3-story suite. Now, he's also had to abandon his VIP 757, which was also worth an estimated $100 million. The step down, of course, was for him to board Air Force One, but heck, that didn't stop the boys from Nelk getting on board and having one hell of a time.
You really have a great future. Someday you may be, one of you may be flying on it as President of the United States, right? The way you're doing. So good luck. Good luck.
Thank you. It's amazing.
Growing up, Donald Trump, he wasn't far off being a bit of a troublemaker himself. Now, he was a goof-off in school, and he actually punched his second-grade teacher, thus his parents, they enlisted him in military college. There he was a popular dude and also a star athlete, and he was labeled as the school's ladies' man, which is actually kind of weird because this was a school filled with boys.
Yeah, I see that.
Then in university, well, he was said to have a ton of swagger, and women loved his blonde hair and his Ford convertible.
I'm portrayed differently than I actually am. I believe I'm portrayed in a rougher sense than the actual product.
For this video, we've dug up a ton of old clips and a bunch of tidbits you probably don't know about the President of the United States, or former president. At the time of this recording, we still don't know. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden back at it again with a brand new Before Their Famous video, this time on the one and only Donald Trump. Now, you guys gotta let me know who you're rooting for in the comments down below. Yesterday, we dropped a video on Joe Biden, and you guys seem to enjoy that. So let us know who's next in the comments down below. How about Melania, or Ivana, Ivanka? The list goes on and on. All right, see you after the intro. Hey, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom! Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946 to Fred and Mary Ann Trump in Queens, New York. Now, Trump is the son and grandson of immigrants, German on his father's side and Scottish on his mother's. Now, his father, he ran Elizabeth Trump and Son, the development company responsible for building much of the low-income housing units in New York City. Now, the fourth of 5 children, it was Donald, who lived in his dad's shadow, and at 5 years old, he visited his first construction site, and then at 13, well, he drove his very first bulldozer. Now, his father labeled him a rough fellow, as Donald was a quick-tempered kid, and after a series of fights and incidents, including him punching his second-grade teacher, well, his parents were like, what kind of kid do we have on our hands?
Smiling, laughing, like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you.
No. Come on, do it properly with the back of the right hand.
By 13, Trump, he was sent to the New York Military Academy. During these years, well, Trump, he rose through the ranks at the academy, becoming the captain by his senior year. It was also given the title of ladies' man in the yearbook. And as I mentioned in the intro, there was only dudes at this school. So that's kind of weird.
You know, there's not too many people around.
Also, that was way before he had $1 billion. Now, once out of the academy, old Trump, he was ready to get into business at 19 years old, and he refused to wear anything but a suit, and he would carry a briefcase to school, or basically anywhere he went. Kind of like that guy, Report of the Week. He was just dressing up for no reason.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
He also picked up for himself some wheels, a green Fairline Ford, which was a low-buck, mid-sized muscle car. I'm sure that impressed a bunch of ladies. Now, Trump attended Fordham University for 2 years, where he was referred to by his classmates as a bit of a loner, but still super athletic. He then transferred over to the Wharton School of Business, something he seems to like to remind everyone with, like, any chance he can.
The Wharton School of Finance, which is the best business school in the world.
It was at Wharton that during one of his classes that he pronounced to the rest of the class that one day he was going to be the king of New York real estate. Now, Donald, he graduated in 1968 with a degree in economics, and he joined his father in the family business. Now, it turns out his father had actually given him a $2 million loan to play around with, and he was actually making some profitable deals while still in school. Now, Trump had also been drafted to join the Vietnam War, but he got his hands on a medical deferment for bone spurs in his heels. So back to business he went. Now, he spent the 70s following in his father's footsteps, developing and building housing for the middle class. In 1977, Trump married his first wife, Ivana Trump, a New York fashion model who had also been on the 1972 Czech Olympic ski team. She was named vice president in charge of design in the Trump organization, and she played a major role in supervising the renovation of the Commodore and the Plaza Hotel. Now along came children of his own. Y'all know Donald Trump Jr., there's Eric, and of course there's Ivanka. But by the mid-1980s, Trump's larger-than-life personality, it made him more than just a real estate mogul.
They come over here, they sell their cars, their VCRs, they knock the hell out of our companies. And hey, I have tremendous respect for the Japanese people. I mean, you can respect somebody that's beating the hell out of you.
You say what?
Trump became known for his lavish properties, the Trump Tower, multiple casinos, including the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City, and he even bought the famous Plaza Hotel, which became famous from the Home Alone franchise. Y'all know the clip.
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
Thanks.
He released his best-selling memoir, The Art of the Deal, which sold over 1 million copies, and he launched his own airline, Trump Shuttle. Now, he made appearances on Oprah, Larry King, Letterman, talking about everything from the state of the U.S. economy to foreign affairs, and little did we know that he was just laying the base for future operations. Presidential plans or not, well, things had to be put on hold because the Donald, well, he took a big hit when he went through a very public divorce from his wife Ivana. This was after she found out about his mistress, former beauty queen Marla Maples. Now, if you thought he got off easy, well, Ivana, she had a pretty firm outlook on the situation.
Don't get mad, get everything.
In 1993, Trump married his second wife, Marla Maples, an actress with whom he had been involved with for some time, and together they already had a daughter known as Tiffany. But the marriage, well, it would end in just 6 short years, and this time Donald, well, he had a prenup, so the split, it only cost him around $2 million. Now, by the early 90s, while Trump was struggling to pay his debts, he had declared corporate bankruptcy, he closed his airline, he sold his mega yacht, the Trump Princess, and he had cost banks hundreds of millions in restructuring his debt. Now, he began to rebuild, making money through selling his name, public appearances, releasing his second book, The Art of the Comeback. Now, there was also the $300 million estate that his father, Fred Trump, left behind when he died in 1999. Now, Donald's mother, she passed away the following year. Trump was entering the new millennium with a fresh start. In 2004, NBC premiered its new competition reality show, The Apprentice. Essentially, it was Survivor, but put on Wall Street. Now, the first season, it had ratings of 20 million, and Donald, he was back in the homes and the hearts of the American people.
You're fired.
The next year, he married his third wife, Slovenian model Melania Trump, who was 23 years his junior. Now, Melania, she gave birth to Trump's youngest child, Barron Williams Trump, in March of 2006. Now, of course, we all know what would come next, his run for presidency, which came after he continued to call out the current president, Barack Obama. On July 21st, 2016, Trump accepted the presidential nomination at the Republican National Convention held in Cleveland. Now, in his speech, he outlined the issues he would tackle as president, including violence in America, the economy, immigration, trade, terrorism, and more. Now, it depends which side of the fence or the wall that you stand on if he's done a good job or a bad job. I guess we'll just have to wait to see if he'll be around for another 4 years. Because at the time of this recording, well, the ballots, they're still being counted. I think he's taking home the W. As for the rest of the story, well, I think we're going to wrap up this video here because this is before they're famous. Now, thinking about making a rich life on Donald Trump to drop tomorrow. If that's something you want to see, let me know. You can hit us up on the DMs at Before They Were Famous on Instagram. All right, the other Michael McCrudden, take it away. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Now, we drop a new video each and every day, so here's a recent drop that you might enjoy. We handpicked that one for you because if you like this video, you'll probably like that. We also got playlists like over here, so click on that if you want to see a whole list of a bunch of videos we've dropped in the past. And if you're new to the Fame Gang, be sure to subscribe and turn on them post notifications, and I'll see you guys in another video. Boom!